All right, just getting started here for our release to receive session. Very important work here for the fall, right? We're going to be intentional with our energy tonight. I'm just going to pull a card for us to see what the universe wants us to know. Let's see. Ooh, this one's coming out. Ooh, I got the eye. That's actually my eye. The eye card. I got the believe. All right, let's see what it says. Okay, it says, believing is the first step in creating your ideal life. So true, right? Doubt blocks the manifesting process. Identify your limiting beliefs. Even if you can't physically see your desire, use your imagination. Clarify what you want. Every obstacle is an opportunity. That so goes with what we're going to be doing tonight, because we are going to be looking at what obstacles are, what our limiting beliefs are, what's stopping us to getting to what we really want to receive tonight, right? So very cool. It's a good match. All right, let's get going. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. I just want to say welcome. Thank you so much for showing up tonight for yourself, for doing the work. I'm a true believer that as we practice our own self-care, it's going to have ripple effects into the world. So this is really important work that we're doing, not only for ourselves, but for everyone around us too, right? Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. Give me one moment. All right. Let me just hit share. That would probably help. Okay, here we go. Oh no, I don't see my screen. Hold on one second. I see what I was reading. Can you all see Release, Heal, and Make Space Masterclass? Yes. Okay, cool. All right, we'll get started. So I want to introduce myself. My name is Leah Guzman. A lot of you might know who I am. You might be a member of the Creative Soul Society, and you meet with me weekly on Monday evenings for our Art for Self-Care. But you also might be new here, and I want to say welcome, and I'm just going to let you know who I am and what I'm about. I'm a board-certified art therapist. I've been practicing art therapy for over 20 years now, and I call it my superpower. I do feel like art it's a great way for us to heal our emotional dysfunctions, move energy, but also create a life that we love, right? So that is why I keep showing up, because I truly believe in this work that I'm doing. I'm also an author of 5 art therapy books. My newest one is called Essential Artist Therapy for Youth. And we do book clubs. Right now we are actually doing some of the exercises from that particular book to heal our own inner child in the Creative Soul Society. So for tonight, all right, we're going to talk about fall and being intentional about our energy with this season. So I live in Miami, Florida, and we don't have the luxury of fall. I like to pretend like it's fall. I like to wear sweaters and, have pumpkin stuff and try to pretend like I'm in like some fall era, but it really does just feel like a normal summer day here. But for those of you who are in northern states and you get to see the beauty of fall, it's pretty awesome, right? But what we're going to be doing tonight is we're actually going to be looking at what happens when we hold on to things that no longer serve us, okay? So fall is a season of reflection. It's a season of letting go. It's a season of coming together and having gratitude as well, okay? So we're going to be looking at this tonight. We're also going to be looking at what the universe actually prefers for us. And the universe likes order, okay? For things to be in divine timing and to have order. And what does that feel like for us to trust the universe and to allow, to release what is holding us back, what's draining us, so that we can create space for what needs to come through for us in our life, okay? For those things that light us up. So I'm going to give you a little story. So this is my messy desk, and this is actually where I create art. So you might be looking at this saying, like, how do you create art when you have like your computer, you got books, you have all this stuff on it? It's not ideal, right? So what happens when the messiness takes over? It's not ideal. So actually it was last Monday, I was doing a Creative Soul Society membership session where I was teaching. I had my hot tea, I had all my art supplies on my desk, and I was working here in my journal. And my tea actually spilled all over my table. It was a hot mess, let me tell you. But doing my lesson in the Creative Soul Society, I actually forgot about my hot tea spilling. And I came back to my desk the next day, which was very messy, and I realized everything was wet. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is gross. Everything is wet. And I started moving things off the desk, and I realized that I have a glass top, and all that tea went underneath the glass top. It was like sitting on the wood. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. I'm like ruining my desk, right? So I took everything apart. I cleaned it up. Thank goodness. The universe was nice. Everything is back okay. But the reason I wanted to tell you the story is that, for one, I'm happy that I caught my mess. But what happens when we don't take care of our mess, right? Things get worse, right? So I could have had a totally messed up desk. It would have ruined, right? It would have been warped. But it also, there's different ways that this mess compounds, right? And so it compounds physically, like we could be holding weight, right? It could be physically in our environment, the clutter. Emotionally, it compounds. We're holding on to burdens and anger or sadness, or mentally with our thoughts and how, we talk to ourselves. So what we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to be clearing off the desk, like physically, literally, metaphorically. We're going to be letting things go so that we can have a clean slate, because guess what? The new year's coming, right? And we want to have a really good 2026. So I have a question for all of you. When you look at this pile of paper, I want you to put in the chat, how does it make you feel when you see something like this? Even that desk that I showed you, my desk, how does that make you feel when you saw my desk? And I love that there's 112 people here. It's so awesome that you guys are showing up. Overwhelmed, anxious, cluttered, frozen, afraid to start, chaos, burdened, cluttered. Yes, paper cuts. Oh, someone said divorce paperwork. Claustrophobic, lost. Heaviness, yes. All right, this is definitely not the direction we want to keep, right? And I'm being intentional to make sure my desk is clean. Can I just burn it? Ah, photo girl, I love that. We're actually going to do something similar to that tonight. We're going to be releasing. If you feel like burning what we're going to be releasing, you can, or we can just rip up what we're going to be doing tonight. So thank you for bringing that up, photo girl. Okay, I have another picture I'm going to show you. Ah, how does this one make you feel? Now, I'm showing you these images not to bring any shame to anyone, because if your environment looks like this, I am just giving you a big virtual hug, because I'm here to motivate you, not to bring anyone down, because we all go through times where things get messy, like I just showed you, like my desk, and it was a hot mess, right? And what happens when we don't take care of our mess, right? So I see this little girl, and I'm like, how can she think clearly, right? How can you find anything? How could she like go to school and know that her homework's in her backpack, right? So I know Joanna says that poor little girl. I know. So this is why we want to take the time to say what it is, like identifying what is it that you're holding on to, right? What is it that we need to move out of the way? So we just put down some ideas for that last image of, the feelings that it brought you. I want you to look at this image. Oh, actually, we'll stop here. We'll talk about some of these feelings that are associated. So we said overwhelm, avoidance, shame, grief, the cluttered mind, the lack of abundance, and stagnant energy, right? So not only is it in our mind, it could be in our body, and it shows up in our environment. So what we're ideally doing is we're going to be identifying all three of those areas and saying, what can we do tonight to make a move, that shift, right? Whether it is your desk, like physically that you're going to be cleaning like I did this week, whether it's something in your closet, whether it's something in your living room or your bedroom, but something in your mind that you want to let go of, that has been burdening you, and you're saying, you know what, I don't want to carry this anymore. I'm being intentional. I don't want to hold this. And then mentally, what is something that I've been saying to myself that is no longer serving me? Okay? So I really want you to start looking at those three areas and thinking about how we're going to move this energy. We're going to move it through art tonight, but we're going to be making art about that, okay? But I want to show you one more image to see like what this next image makes you feel like. Okay. Now I'm curious. Lisa says, what were the three areas? So we're talking about physical. Oh, Allison said, she said perfectionist. Organized, accomplished. So the three areas I was talking about are physical, emotional, and mental. Someone said Virgo, nicely organized, in control, too perfect, efficient. This gives me anxiety, but in a different way. Okay, maybe this is way too perfect because all of her jeans are stacked nicely and her sweaters are in very neatly, like all the same, right? I can see where we're going with this. But I guess I picked this image because she took time to put things in order. That's why I got that. Jaya said, I'll never get there. Okay. Imagine orderly space. If you don't like this image, if it's too perfect, just imagine a space that you walk into. You can use your imagination here and imagine it's in your space, right? That you walk into and things are actually put away, meaning the dishes are put away, or maybe the pile of clothes that were on the couch or that needed to be folded were put into the drawers, right? The feeling that we're going for is this. I'm trying to read your comments. You guys are going by really fast. We're going for organized. We're going to relax, regulated nervous system, calm, satisfied, abundant. So it's taking time to nurture these feelings, right? Because it doesn't happen like all by itself. It's something that we have to do on a daily basis, right? Joanne says showing up for self, care about yourself. Yeah, by taking time to either put away things or organize our environment, when we walk in, our mind can be at rest because it'll know that everything has a home, everything's put into place, right? And I know this can be difficult. I work with a lot of people that have ADHD. I know that it's a hard time focusing, but there are skills and there are tools that you can use. Even having an accountability buddy that holds space for you while you put things away can be helpful, okay? So there are ways, as long as you have that intention of wanting to do it, you can do it, okay? Zoom user says, I aim for better, not perfect. Exactly. We're not looking for perfection here, but what we're doing is we're looking for some alignment. We're looking for some peace and feeling good. So someone said, clear the outside clutter, clear the mind. Yes, exactly, Kate. Thank you. All right. Just wanted to read some of these comments here. Stephanie Ray says, I will say going from a perfectionist to strive for excellence has helped transform and do all of these lighter feelings. Yes. So we're not looking for the perfectionism. We're just looking for a more balanced feeling. All right. So what we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to go ahead and grab your art journal, and we're going to draw a line down the middle. I'm going to go ahead and get my black marker. Oh, actually, I'm going to use this. Okay, so 1 second, I want to tell you one thing. When you pick a page, because I did say we were going to, I'm going to stop share here for a second so you can see. I grabbed this page, but I want to make sure there's nothing on this other side that I like, because we are going to be letting go of a page. If you're using your art journal, make sure there's nothing on this back side, okay? If not, just use like a nice watercolor paper or thick paper that can hold your markers. You can use paints, whichever that you would like. Yes, down the middle of the page. So you have one side and one side. All right? Okay. Candace says, I set a timer for a manageable amount of time, like 10 minutes. Then once in the groove, I usually extend the timer in increments. It's the only thing that gets me out of my giant mess. Works every time. Beautiful, Candace. Thank you for sharing your technique. I like to use both pages because I'm going to do some art here and I'm going to do another different art right here. So we are going to be letting one of these go, the one on the left hand side. So I'm going to be taking this one out. So it would be better to use 2 pages if you can. Joanne said it's hard when living with a partner who has a hard time being organized. I'll put the recording on my YouTube channel, Trish, if you want to watch the replay. All right. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be identifying for yourself the things in your life that you want to release. Now, I know I was showing you physical spaces, right? But I was mentioning before, it might be something physically that you want to release, right? Maybe you're physically holding tension or physically holding extra weight, right? Maybe that weight served you. Maybe it was a protection. Maybe it was all the cortisol. Maybe it's time to release that, right? So if we're being intentional with something physical, then let's write that down. Now, it might be something in your environment when I say physical, okay? Joanne says she's going to let her husband watch this one. I think that's a good idea. It's making me laugh. So something in your environment. So I know that I'm going to keep my desk clean. So I'm definitely like clutter off my desk. So right now we're just going to write down the things that we want to release and the feelings. So I did talk about emotional too. So when I was showing you those images and you were talking about it made you feel overwhelmed. So think about your environment or thinking about something that's happened this year and you don't want to take it with you, especially for the new year. What is something you want to let go of, right? Is there certain feelings, any doubt? I'm going to put doubt. Is it judgment? Is it comparison? Is it worry? Just go ahead and list them. as many as that you want to release. So we talked about the physical, we talked about the emotional. Now I also want you to think about the mental. What are some words that you might be saying to yourself that is not supporting what you really want? So this kind of can get a little tricky, right? Because sometimes we're not even conscious of it. We're not conscious that we're saying, oh, I can't do this, or I don't have time for that, right? What are some things that you're saying that are stopping you from having that peace, from having that satisfaction that you really, really want? And I want you to be able to put this in the chat too, because as you write things, others will be inspired to be like, oh yeah, that's something that I'm working on too. So go ahead, as you're thinking, I would love for you to put this in the chat. So Jennifer says, guilt, worry, fear of failure. Oh, Chaya says, I'm like, you can't do this by yourself. She's saying what she says to herself is, I can't do it by myself. That's a really powerful statement, right? We definitely want to put that on the release side. This is our release side. I'm going to go ahead and write that here. Release. Okay. Where do I begin? I'm going to do the release side. Fear of the unknown, lazy. Oh yeah, don't want to call yourself lazy, but I understand it comes. Less screen time. Oh, that's a good one, Jane. Clutter mindset, overthinking, perfectionism, holding back, exhaustion, worry. It's a good one, worry. Negative self-talk. Yeah, write the statements, whatever that photo girl, whatever that negative self-talk, go ahead and write it in your journal on that left-hand side. Be specific what you're letting go of. Attachment, self-neglect, feeling unworthy, old patterns. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing. What we're going to do now is we're going to choose colors to match what we have written down. Okay? So, for example, I have worry on here. What does worry look like for me? A lot of times it looks like anxiety, and my anxiety colors are red and black. So I'm going to choose. Look, I have a clean desk. I can move my stuff around. I have my grabby markers, which are really amazing. So I'm going to take my black and red, and I'm going to go ahead and identify my red. So I'm picking a color for that particular emotion. Clutter off my desk. What colors do I want to represent that? Thinking like a kind of brownish color. It's like my spilt tea. Okay, and then doubt. What color do I want my doubt to be? Like a stormy blue. Okay, so it might be more than one color. As you can see here, I'm picking two. Okay, now I just have 3 things. You might have more, but I would say there might be 3 things that you want to let go of. So go ahead and identify that. That's okay if you wrote a lot of things. That's what this is about. It's just kind of, we're reflecting, right? It's time to reflect. All right. Once you have your feeling, the next step that I'm going to give you is you're going to take those colors, and just on this side, because we're going to be doing something different on here, but on this side of the page, we're going to create art, to create with line, shape, and color using these colors. All right, and I'm going to put some music on. I'm going to put the directions right here so that you can read them. And we're going to spend about 5 minutes creating art about what we're going to release. Okay? Ooh, Jennifer said, not accepting that it's okay not to be okay. That is true. Ah, Stephanie Renee says, replacing the why me with why not me. Oh, I love that. So I guess you would put the why me here and the why not me on the what we're going to be receiving, because that's going to go here. But so we're not there yet, but we're going to make some art about the release. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and it has the directions. Okay. Oh, I don't see all of you. Do you all see my screen? Hold on one second. Okay, now you all see it. Okay, so what, okay, we drew the line in the middle. On the left side, list what you no longer accept in your life, the fears, the habits, the relationships that drain you. Oh, we're not on the right side yet. Okay, now we're going to pick the colors. Now we're gonna create some art. I'm gonna put some music on. 1 second. Let me just hit play here. Yes, we are drawing out the feeling, the energy of what we are letting go of. So this can be abstract, shapes. Okay. Mine ended up turning into like this monster. Definitely ready to release that monster that like wants to come out. So we did our one side of release, but before we actually physically rip this up, get rid of it, I want us to focus on what we want to bring in, right? Because we have to create space, right? The reason that we need to release these things like this clutter, then we have more space to allow the good stuff to come in, right? So what I want to know, what is it that you want to bring in, right? What is the energy that you want to feel, especially with this season of giving that's coming? So just think, as you're releasing, as you're going to spend time thinking about, what you're letting go, you're going to have all this space, right, to bring in. I know for me, I'm getting rid of this doubt, worry, clutter, so that I have space for creativity. I'm starting my big patio project this weekend. Super stoked about that. Oh, Jane S says fearlessness. All right, so some courage, freedom. Oh, I love that. I love that word, freedom. I think I want to borrow that too, Jaya. I'm going to write freedom, freedom, gratitude, grounded, empathy. Joanna said, awesome on your child project. I'm super stoked. It's a lot of setting up. We have chickens in my backyard, so we have to contain them so they don't jump on my patio. I didn't realize it was going to be so much work. Karen's going to bring in some joy. Carmen is going to bring in writing, creative, and fun. Inner stability, Mary Lou. Amber says peace. Felicia says self-love. Beautiful. Yeah, we can have it all, right? We can have more abundance, right? So thinking about that peace. I'm going to write the word peace on here too. Confidence. Joanne just wants to breathe. Oh, that's important, right? Having that space to breathe. Beautiful. And I liked, there was a comment about how, you're writing something negative, like say if you have a negative thought here, and how you can go ahead and write a positive comment. So someone said, why me, right? And then what would the opposite? Why not me, right? So you can actually write that affirmation, that new affirmation that you want to say to yourself. So look at when we're thinking about what we want to call in, it could be physically, right? Maybe you want to bring in some strength, right? Maybe you want to bring in that peaceful space, creative space. And then thinking about mentally those affirmations, like what do you want to say to yourself? Tabitha says forgiveness. That's beautiful. Stephanie Renee said slowing down, allowing myself to be bored. Oh, boredom I really am scared of, but I think it's a good thing, right? I remember being little and being bored, and I think that's how I got creative, right? Because there was nothing to do. And I watched Bob Ross. I hear you. Erica says clarity. Jerry says curious. Beautiful. Jane's going to reconnect to others. All right. Letting go of the need to be entertained all the time. So that would go to just like being in the now, right? Being present. All right, so we're going to do the same concept that we did from the left-hand side, and we're going to do it on the right-hand side, meaning that I love these beautiful words that you're posting in the chat, the movement, the believing in self, the courage. You're going to pick what feels good for you, and then go ahead and pick a color that resonate next to it. I started using my markers to put colors next to it. So I'm going to pick something for freedom. I like that one. Creativity. And peace. Green. Oh, a lot of cool colors. All right. All right, so we're taking the feelings. Now we're going to do the same thing. Let's see what comes out on this right side of what we're calling in, because we're going to be releasing this in just a moment. But I want to see what you're calling in, and I'm going to post the directions up so that you can see them as well. And I'll play some music. I'll watch the time. Work for one more minute. Martin says she's bringing in creativity, ease, and radiance. Love that. Oh my goodness. I was totally getting into mine and I was feeling that flow, that creative flow. So I want you all just take a moment and look at your two sides, okay? And see if maybe are you giving more attention to one? Does either of them have a message for you? So just take some moment to look at it. I'm definitely leaning to my right side more. This hurts my eyes to look at. The clutter. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to energetically release. And to do that, oh, Maureen said my release side took over the page. Yes. So what we're going to do is we're really going to like let this go. So this is fun. We're going to be ripping this page out, okay? And we're going to rip it up and see how good it feels to release and let go what we don't want, right? So just to let you know, if you're doing it in your journal, try not to get it right on this edge just so we don't want to compromise our journal. And I know you want to use your journal. So try to like cut it like right here, okay? And I'm going to hold mine. And I'm just going to take it out. I know Photo Girl was into putting things on the fire, but I don't have a fire here. You guys might have fireplaces. That would be cool. So take your image and literally just have fun. Let this go, right? We could throw it in the garbage. You could put it in your fire. You can, if you want to transform that energy and make it into more art. I know some of you don't like to throw out stuff. I hear you. You can do that too. If you want to do that. Just letting it go. Woohoo! It's like a party, right? It's like, I want to throw it up in the air. I just threw it on the floor. Let it go. Ooh. All right. Joanne is definitely going to burn it. Yes. I love it. That'll be nice. You can make it a little ritual. If you want to videotape it, you can let us know. Jerry's throwing it in the trash. I think I'm going to throw mine in the trash. If I had a fire, I would totally burn it. Or a fireplace. All right. Look at that freedom. Look how much better. It feels so much better. Like I just want to like go with my creative flow into this side. Yes, Ronnie is saying letting this go, right? So intentionally just let it go, right? We're physically removing that energy. Okay, so I have a question for you. I'm going to share my screen again. Oh, not that one. Let me get back to here. I ripped it up. So it says you can't manifest from a cluttered space, emotionally or physically, right? Or mentally. You got to put or mentally on here too, right? So releasing that, identifying what we don't want. And then I'm showing you this again, the 3 areas that we need to let go for transformation. So the emotional release, that physical, anything in your environment, or mental block, or thought about transformation. So my question for you is, what action step are you going to commit to tonight? Let me know in the chat. Is that, what do you want to take? Like, what is going to be the first thing you're going to do? I know we're going to throw away or burn this, what we're releasing, but like really, like what is it that you can say, I'm going to clean up my closet, or I'm going to, you know, practice a new affirmation in the mirror tomorrow or tonight when I brush my teeth. Oh, look at this. Karen says she's going to go on the balcony and burn it under the beaver moon. Oh, beautiful. My first thought was to put the paper in the recycle bin, but then I realized I don't want to recycle any of that stuff. It went into the trash. All right. Tanya said she's going to be losing 15 pounds. All right. So move the energy. Beautiful. Amber says she's going to be asking for help. That's a great action step. Brenda says clean the kitchen. Am said came to art therapy. Decrease clutter in my studio, clean art space. Zoom user says, notice my feelings and celebrate them all. Call an old friend and connect. Ella said, put those 3 back on. Okay, let me go backwards. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Here's the 3 that we're working on, right? Joanne says she's gonna plan to get my files in order, my papers piled up. Okay, so I'm assuming you're organizing those, cleaning the living room, says Charity. Beautiful. I love all these action steps. When we're here to hold you accountable, okay? So for those of you who aren't in that Facebook group, the Creative Soul Online Retreat, we want to celebrate you. So please, when you do these action steps, I want you to go in there and say, look what I did, so that we can celebrate you, okay? So be sure to post, even if you want to do like a before and after, like say you're cleaning the kitchen, you're like, this is my before, it's my after. Like I want to see that kind of stuff. This is how we motivate each other. Continuing decluttering my desk. Dance in the kitchen, enjoy being me. Maureen says she's going to go to bed when she needs to. Beautiful. I love that you're all writing down all your action steps. Amazing. All right. So we're going to be taking some action steps and we're going to be moving into this new year really strong, right? We're going to feel good about it. Getting ourselves organized. We have a lot of fun stuff in the Creative Soul Society. We're going to be doing our vision boards and prepping in that way. Chaya says she's going to wash the dishes. I keep reading your comments. I'm glad you're feeling cleared. I hope you're feeling cleared. Are you feeling a little bit clearer? Do you feel like a shift from letting go? Maybe. Okay. So who here is ready to finish the year strong, aligned, healed, right? So this is a practice that we do on a consistent basis. Brenda said yes, yes. So you have to nurture it like every day. It's nothing that you just do like once. It's just something maybe 15 minutes a day that you can do, okay? Well, I do have a special invitation for you. For those of you, are you interested in learning about it? Would you like to know more about it? Oh, Tanya said yes. Well, I have a little fall bundle. So if this is something that you're interested in, you're welcome to stay. I'm going to tell you more about these 3 courses that I put together that are my favorite online courses that can help you get you into that creative flow, heal any money wounds. A lot of creatives I work with have a lot of money wounds. And then the Healing and Manifesting Vision Board Intensive. That is about creating your desires. So that goes back to that belief, right? Believing in what that next best step, right? Believing in ourselves and taking the best steps. Sherry says, money issue. Oh my God, yes. Yes, this is exactly why I created this course, because I had to heal my own money wound. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about each of these 3 courses, and I have in the special bundle that I have for you. So one of them is called the 21-Day Healing Art Journal. Now, this is something I usually give out as a special offer when I do my retreats. I'm going to have another retreat in January, but I do give it out as a special offer. So this course is really great to get into that creative flow. They're 15-minute videos that help you get grounded in the morning, and they're all about your life. Okay, so they go into, they're focused on the chakras, and they support your mental well-being. So each one starts you off thinking about your day, setting your intention, and making art, right, in your art journal. And you can start your day feeling calm and regulated, right? So it's daily guidance for you to do. The other course is called Know Your Money Honey. So the Know Your Money Honey is, it's a 4-week experience where I'm teaching you how to heal your money wounds, where you get into your own money story, creating your new story, learning how to sit with money, how to manifest with money, and it's all using art making, which is a lot of fun. A lot of times we have hidden beliefs that are secretly killing your income, right? And then turning your big money fears into a magnet for abundance. So these are the skills that I've learned to change my mindset and bring more abundance, and I want to be able to teach you. So just to let you know, that last course, that 21-day course, I usually sell it for $222. This one I usually sell for $333 on my website. And this one, the Healing and Manifestation Vision Board, which is an 8-week intensive, again, it's planning out your year in creative task, right? So this one I usually sell for $555. So these are like a big bundle, and it tells you practical steps through art making, how you can get really crystal clear on your next year, okay? So what I've done is I put them all together, right? And I have it as a bundle for $127. So say if you have the 21-day, because a lot of you have purchased the 21-day, but you haven't done the money course, this would be an opportunity to take advantage of doing the money course, right? Even if you might already have something, because you're going to get this amazing opportunity to have the other two if you already have one, okay? So if you have questions about it, you're welcome to ask me. These are like some of my favorite tools that aren't in my book, but they are made into a course. Then please let me know. Karen says, do you rely on this income stream? I don't know what you mean by that question. Oh, Stephanie Renee, you're so sweet. She says, I highly recommend anything Leah provides. Tanya says she's watched all the videos, highly recommend them. Oh, beautiful. And Terry Ann says she just finished the 21-day art journal course and loved it. Yeah, I loved it too. I needed it for myself. That's why I created it. I needed to get into that the creative flow, and that helped me get in there. Okay, Chaya says she needs someone to report until she can do it herself. Yeah, Chaya, I definitely recommend going into the Facebook group and asking for an accountability buddy to support you. Okay, Julie, she asked, do you offer these individually or only in the bundle? So yeah, you could go to my site right now and purchase these individually. And again, I had mentioned the 21-day course is $222. The money course is $333. Or the manifesting vision course, that's like $555. People have bought them on my site for the full price, and you totally can. But I decided to offer a little fall bundle and put it together for $127. So you have access to it forever. It's like you can do it. So you don't want to do it now, you want to do it in a month from now or for the new year, you would still have it for then. I'm just going to, probably one more day I'm going to offer the bundle, because I'm going to send out the replay for those who couldn't watch it for tonight, and then I'm going to take it away. So it's just for like one more day. Oh, good, Jerry. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Kate says she's having a hard time sticking to the 15 minutes for the 21-day healing. I've always spent much more time on it and still love it. Yeah, it's something that you can do more than one time. You're welcome. Someone said thank you for making healing affordable. You're welcome. I do have one more thing for those of you who are interested. We do have a sign up. Thank you, Christina, for putting up the fall bundle. She just put the link into the chat if you're interested in this. It's also at leahguzman.com, fall healing. Oh, and Sherry has worked with these exercises with her clients. Beautiful. Yeah, share the love. I'm all for it. I'm offering one last thing, if this is something that you would like. But this is just saying if you're not getting any kind of benefit, you're welcome to return it. No guilt, no questions if you don't like it. And the last thing I'm going to offer, and I don't ever offer this, is because I only offer packages for my one-on-one sessions to work with me. But for those of you who have wanted to be able to review the work that you've done in these courses, I do have a special where I'm gonna do like a one-off, kind of like a tune-up, but it's an opportunity to review what you've learned, right? Because a lot of times we can do things and we might not see certain things in our art, or when we reflect on our art, things come up when we're actually talking to someone about it. So I am offering a one-to-one session, just like a one-time. Usually I only offer packages of 14. So this is just another special that I'm going to be offering today. So beautiful. Well, thank you all for showing up today. If this is something that you're interested in, the link is there. It's leahguzmanstudio.com, call one-to-one. For those of you who are in the Creative Soul Society, I'm going to be seeing you on Monday. We're going to be doing an exercise about how to make decisions using your artwork. I'm going to show you a technique. Yeah, I had a lot of fun tonight. I'm hoping that you did too, and I'm hoping that you're feeling a lot lighter and moving into this fall season with gratitude and creativity and love, and just keep sharing yourself. You're welcome, Joanne. Thank you all for being here. I'm sending you so much love, and have a beautiful night. If you have any questions, just please feel free to reach out, and you're welcome to post your artwork and your transformation of whatever you do in your environment or with yourself in the Facebook group too. Okay? Thank you. You're welcome.